Good morning, friends. Welcome to Hive Time with Teacher Lori and our special Hive helper,
Teacher Lisa.
We are going to share with you in front of her, one of her many trees in her house today, a new style holiday book this holiday season, A Very Corona Christmas. Hashtag Santa stays home. But first, we got to do what? Got our what? Circle time hands ready. That was the answer. If you said it, give yourself a pat on the back. Put your hands up. Put your hands down. Slide them very slowly. Slide them very fast. Put your hands up. Put your hands down. Clap them very slowly. Clap them very fast. Put your hands up. Put your hands down. Pound them very slowly. Pound them very fast. Lay them in your lap. And you can see we're actually filming on another day because we can see our mom behind us. So yeah, it's you behind us, people.
It's like a whole family affair today.
A Very Corona Christmas. Hashtag
Santa stays home. Am I reading and you're holding?
Yeah.
Okay. We're organized.
This Christmas, everyone has to stay home, even Santa.
Well, I have to see it.
Yeah.
All the elves were gathered in the main lodge at the North Pole village, awaiting Santa's big announcement. What could it be? Asked Evan, the youngest of the elves. What an odd name for an elf. Evan. It's a good name. I don't know, said Liam, Evan's older brother. But Santa had to stop production in the workshop today. What do you mean, stop production? Asked Evan, concerned. It means that we're not making any more toys. We've never stopped production before.
Look, they're very concerned. I would be concerned too.
It's a very unique year.
Oh, there's the big man.
Oh, there he is. Liam's sentence was interrupted by a loud commotion at the door. Santa entered the workshop and looked surprisingly glum. Elves, elves, elves. Quiet, please. He reached into his red jacket and pulled out a pile of very official-looking letters.
From the Chancellor, the Queen, and the President.
Those are some big heavy hitters. Santa tugged at his long white beard. He opened a letter, paused, and began to read. Dear Santa Claus, I am writing to inform you that you will not be allowed to enter my country this Christmas. We are currently not admitting any foreigners in order to reduce the amount of coronavirus transmissions. Please use our postal system to deliver gifts as it's the fastest in the world. Sincerely, scribble signature, the President of the United States.
This book gets better. I promise.
Followed by another.
It's an odd year.
Followed by another letter. She has great taste in books. Dear Santa, unfortunately, this year, due to the current coronavirus pandemic, we ask you to follow these rules. 1, you are not allowed to enter any house by the way of doors or chimneys. 2, please always keep a distance of 2 meters from any parent or child. 3, all gifts will be quarantined for at least 40 hours before delivery. Keep calm and carry on. Your Majesty, the Queen of England, Queen Elizabeth. At least in England, she's got direct rules. They're not vague. And
We're going to keep reading.
And another. The elves looked at each other in disbelief. What are we going to do now? Said Evan quietly to his brother, looking for any ray of hope. I don't know, said Liam. It looks like Christmas has been canceled.
Oh, no.
This is a great story.
It's been a hard year.
Santa folded the letters and put them back into his pocket. Then, after a long sigh, he continued speaking. This is a first for all of us at the North Pole. This pandemic has put us in a very bad predicament. We are all lucky here at the North Pole to be so isolated that we do not have one case of the coronavirus.
That's good. Not at the North Pole.
It's pretty good. However, if I travel around the world delivering presents to all the girls and boys, I could catch the virus, and that could be risky for all of us. Santa sighed and looked weary at his elves. Therefore, it is with sad and heavy heart that I announce to you today. Santa paused, unsure if he really wanted to continue, and then reluctantly stated, there will be no Christmas this year.
Don't turn the story off. I promise it gets better. No one should be crying. It's okay. We'll get through this book. Just we'll strive and survive. It's okay.
Trust. The elves gazed at each other in disbelief. No Christmas? No Christmas? They all shouted simultaneously. This is going to be the worst Christmas ever, said one. This is a catastrophe, said another. The elves began to talk amongst themselves while taking in Santa's words. None of them knew what to do. They had never been out of work before. One by one, they sorrowfully left the lodge and returned home.
I promise it gets better. I read this one when I got it.
Liam and Evan went back to their elf hut to think. They live in huts?
Apparently.
Huh, who knew? Evan sat down at his desk. It was piled high with letters from little girls and boys who had sent their wishes to Santa. He paused. He pushed the letters to one side. No need for these, he thought, and felt as sad as he ever felt. I'll make you a cup of tea, said his brother. This is a real downer. And other than a few chores around their huts, Liam and Evan and the rest of the elves had nothing to make or nothing to do. For the next few days, they just sat around feeling hopeless. It's really going up from here. They yearned for the life they used to have. They missed the way things used to be. They missed the Christmas spirit.
I think a lot of people can relate to that, huh? A lot of people can relate to those feelings right now, huh? Let's see what's going on.
Things didn't change much until one day a letter on Evan's table caught his eye. He opened it up and began to read. Then he opened another. He began reading letter after letter. He read what all the children had written, and his eye filled with tears. All around the world, children were all saying the same things. They too missed the things the way they used to be.
Very true.
Suddenly, Evan jumped up from the table. He pushed a few letters into his pocket, pulled on his elf boots, and ran out of the door.
I think I sense a plan coming.
Pivot. Liam grabbed his coat and ran after him. Evan, he called, catching up to him. Evan, what are you doing? I'm going to save Christmas, he said. Evan continued running until he arrived at Santa's front door. He pounded on the door as loudly as he could.
Excellent. It's a very wordy book.
It's very wordy. Santa opened the door dressed in his red sweatpants and festive apron. Santa, I need to talk to you, Evan demanded, begging into Santa's kitchen. Santa was making banana bread. Calm down, little elf, Santa answered. I just learned how to make our own sourdough bread. Would you like to try some? I stand corrected. Evan looked strangely at Santa, closed the door behind him, and put his hands on his hips. There is no time to learn to bake, Evan answered. I'm sorry, Evan, but as you heard, Christmas is canceled this year, Santa said. Then he pulled a piece of bread from the loaf and popped it into his mouth. I can't go out. I can't even leave the North Pole. I must shelter in place. Evan pulled out the letter from his pocket and handed it to Santa. The children of the world need you, Santa. Santa read the letter, peered down at Evan, and began to grin. Evan and Liam ran up the other elves. There's something I need to say at once.
And it says Santa 2024 on it. On his shirt, on his
Oh,
apron.
like the Olympics? When all the elves were gathered again in the main lodge, Santa began to speak. My dear elves, Evan, our youngest elf, has shown me a letter which has reminded me of why we are all here. That's Dixie. That's not the letter. Dear Santa, my name is Madeline. I'm 7 years old and I live in Brookfield, New Jersey. This year has been very difficult for my family. I was unable to see my friends for a long time and my dad lost his job. He said we don't have enough money for presents this year and that we are not able to celebrate Christmas. I told my dad that Santa would never cancel Christmas. You wouldn't, Santa, would you? After everything that has happened this year, my gift from you is the one thing I know I can count on. You are the best, Santa. I love you, Madeline. My dear elves, Madeline is right. Families all over the world have had their lives turned upside down. Children everywhere need this Christmas more than before. Santa's eyes began to twinkle again. He straightened his hat and continued. We have a duty to the boys and girls of the world. Children deserve Christmas. Then he pushed up his sleeves and continued. Elves, it is time to get busy. Bob, get the production line going. Shannon, start shining up the sleigh. Shannon's got a big job. Sally and Tom, I need a Santa suit that can bring me into the homes of millions of children safely. You are my smartest elves. It is time to get to work. The elves were elated and ran as fast as they could to their workshop. Santa contacted all the world leaders and told them of his plan. The elves were given access to the latest technology science had to offer. Oh, like Tesla. They worked and polished, built and painted. This year, Christmas was going to be historic.
That says, look what it says.
Oh, it's a sanitizer.
Santa Tizer.
The first ever Santa PPE 3000 hazmat suit. The North Pole elves are proud to present the XMAT 2.0 Super Sleigh, Santa Tizer. It jingles, it sanitizes, it's good to go. By Christmas Eve, everything was ready. As the snow began to fall, Santa stepped out of his lodge in a brand new Santa suit. He looked a little different this year, but now he was safe and ready to go. It's time for Christmas, and nothing was going to stop him from making children happy this year, not even the coronavirus. Look at it, it's this PPE suit. It's got a little bubble hat. It's good. It's like a hazmat suit. And Santa flew off in his sleigh. He could be heard saying, Merry Christmas to everyone. Merry Christmas to you all.
So that was a Very Corona Christmas. Hashtag Santa stays home. Something new. Catch those bees. I'm bringing home a baby bumblebee. Won't we just read them? Won't my mommy be so proud of me?
We don't read
I'm
it
bringing
before.
home a baby bumblebee. Ouch! It stung me. I'm talking to my baby bumblebee. Won't my mommy be so proud of me? I'm talking to my baby bumblebee. They said what? Need some sanitizer.
PPE. Turkey. Nope, wrong holiday.
I let go of my baby bumblebee. Won't my mommy be so proud of me? I let go of my baby bumblebee. They're happy to be free. Thanks. Join us next time. Subscribe to this channel. Promise the next story might be better. We gotta
Yay.
try. Hey.
Bye.